Here's McCarthy. Now they'll top this and run. And he wisely will throw that one away. Momentary speed right there. The defensive line did. Trying out a small stand. First drop, which is that team. Second and 10. To the air with McCarthy. They'll try and send it to straight. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard pass. They'll lead them with a 4-2 coming up. They got 80 yards there. Brings up third and I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. You know, you create those great mismatches, throwing it to your guys out of the backfield. And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right? I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. And really gets them amped up as they go forward. That's good for a first down. Second catch of the opening. No question, this is exactly how they start this football game. Nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown. Yeah, they still got to finish it off. That means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone. All play action. Now McCarthy. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. They give some credit to the defense at first. The big play. Now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. It's a screen pass. It's complete. Back to the 15. A 3-yard loss. Losing 3 here on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. Looking to throw McCarthy. McCarthy's pass complete to number 24. Touchdown, Minnesota. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive. I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. Struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Now in this case, this group appears locked in. We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football.
Will Wenkers the kickoff for the Vikings.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Go street. Come 70. Hot 70.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll work this one out to about the 30. 8 yards on the book out of the game. And have some options on the second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
This drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Viking 18. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Bravo. Go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Maverick, 60 Maverick. Rig alert, rig alert. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now back to throw. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Christian Watson. His first touchdown. And the Saints are extra point. Even in this one. Ray Narvison out for the extra point. It's up. His game is 7. And quarter number 2 ties the game at 7. Kicks away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on the road to stay on the road given the quick turnaround?
This is what they have to tell themselves. Don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who played best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Complete to Addison on the pass. Complete completion on 9 yards. A gain of 9. Bring up a third situation now. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. McCarthy operating from the gun. Making a move. Field is getting right complete. The first across midfield. It's a gain of 28 yards. A gain on third down. Good for 28. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. To the flat. That's going to his running back. And he is taken inside the 40. To the 35. First down. First down. First down. 37-yard line. Now McCarthy. Out to Jefferson, and he's got it. He's got it down inside the 20 and the 15. A gain of 21 yards on the catch and run. What a drive this has been. Just chewing up the yards.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
To get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
To the air again, McCarthy. He's got his hand on the elbow. McCarthy's pass.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 9-yard line.
Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the big boys up front are going to stay right at the line.
He was taken down behind the line.
Loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a third and 4 coming up.
It's now 3rd down.
Defensively, 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine all that size and beef that they can let a tackle through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact ball. The ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Will Riker
this one possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Winless to start the year at 0-2, and now they get the Thursday night game here in Week 3. So is the fact that they're back out so quickly to us playing will hurt their cause.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Just because the grind of the season hasn't really set in yet. But also, if they can get a win here, they get a mini open week, recharge a little bit, and carry some fresh momentum into the rest of the season.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll drop to throw. There's ball complete to Trey Palmer. Now he'll be taken down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Dragon 60. Ready.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip that back to the flat. It's complete. The pass.
Complete to number 24. 3-yard head. Brings up second and
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 score.
Left six, hot 70.
Here's a second and 7. Open numbers to Washington. Just a yard too shy of the 30.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Seven Pirates. Let's go now. 18 cards.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's short on there, caught by Likely. He is good. Touchdown. The Saints have moved out in front.
Saints 14, Vikings 10.
Ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team bones it away. And they'll get him down inside
The
the 30
Vikings
at the
take over first
27.
and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. 2 threes, that's after the ball. They took points on it.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Not easily done.
He lets one go deep for Wilson. And that could be incomplete.
Good closing speed there defensively because that can throw you hard in. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Throwing is McCarthy. Pass taken down. Ball's been tied in. And he has had a Vikings first down as they're able to get the conversion.
And the Vikings first down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Vikings first down.
And on this play, he finds that for the first down.
Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good.
Normally being a good guiding receiver plays to their advantage.
in. They'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete.
McCarthy's
And they
pass.
went the wrong way there. Doesn't yardage. Back at the 43-yard line.
Back at the 43-yard line.
A loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force a bottom of 3rd and 14. Need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, he's got his target. That's complete. The Vikings going to signal the first of their timeouts. Just down to 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's taking the from the shotgun, McCarthy. Middle of the field to Jefferson. McCarthy's pass. Take it. That's a chance for the Mercy. Another time a gain of left there. Now 3rd and 10. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. It's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points.
59-yard
This one is
attempt.
spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And
His
this
kick
is
is
good.
good.
It was running out of gas at the end. Lines up getting just enough.
Vikings,
And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
Will Riker the kickoff for the Vikings.
Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. I think these first couple of drives, they want to get their running backs
It's a gain of 29.
get them more opportunities.
And the Saints,
Guarantee you that the
first down.
for them in the locker room.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. He gets it to the 1.
A gain of 36 yards.
Big play there on a catch and run. 36 yards.
First down and goal to go.
It's a quarterback sneak. And no signals. I think he got the surge on that signal. Now he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and
Yard there, and now
at the
second down.
1-yard line.
19 Lions. They're not. Jack Panther.
Just a gain of 1 yard on the play.
A lot can go wrong when you go well it's down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's now free to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Pierce. No gain on the play. What to do now on 4th and goal.
like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play when my quarterback has a chance to run it or he is
It's their quarterback. His third touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to
The
extend
kicker
their
on
lead.
for the point after.
Narvison now for the extra point. And with that, it's up to me.
Makes the score Saints 21, Vikings 13.
Ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone.
Vikings
They
take
definitely
over
don't want to
first
give
and
him a
10.
shot at returning it.
At
That's
their own
obvious. So the ball will
35-yard
come out to
line.
the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. On play action, McCarthy. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Justin Jefferson.
The timing was a little off on that throw.
He's saying finally on the cover.
right in the center.
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that time.
And he is met in his tracks behind the points rush. Two linesmen lost, and now 32. We'll see what's going on thrown up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. That is incomplete.
McCarthy's pass. Intended for Justin Jefferson.
She never let him get anything started. That would have been first down. Instead, he saw the contact. On time, no penalty.
Daniel
Before this drive
Whelan
could get
in
wins,
punt
it's fourth
formation.
down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken to the 15. We'll call that an even 50 yards on the ground. Percentage on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they're pushing the ball in the way. To themselves, all they're saying is,
First and
if we
10
don't make
at
a
the
mistake,
35-yard
there's
line.
no way they can stop us.
Running game working. They stick with it on first down. 6-yard gain on the ground. They can settle it.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Dragon 6, here we go. Here it comes.
Now they'll throw here. Out of the gun. And he gets it to the 16-yard field across the 45.
And the Saints
Going out.
first down.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble on the first down. A 16-yard gain.
Bronco switch. Go! Check smash! Check smash! Panther 6, 79 Broncos! Ready, ready?
And now here's a carry heading left. Pass the 20.
That's a gain of 31 yards. That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
13 now. They work on first and 10.
18 Rattler! Ready?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Two touchdowns on the season in this game. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The kicker on for the extra point.
And the lead
The
is up
kick
to
is
15 now.
Makes the score Saints 28, Vikings 13.
return up past the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but it would be even worse now. Is that going to happen again right here? Here's the foul.
He doesn't run play like that on 2nd down. Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's McCarthy. Now McCarthy.
It's a gain of 18. And the Vikings, 1st down.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And the throw running too much that time. The team can do it. Just shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to roll out.
The excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone.
Touchdown,
Justin Jefferson. 49 yards.
Will Riker
And the Vikings are able to come into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
His kick is good.
Splits the uprights.
Makes the score.
Seems to just get the extra point. Successful.
Will Riker to kick off for the Vikings.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
At their own 41-yard
It's a
line.
great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. This time they're able to get it behind the line. They'll lose a yard there. It's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Ready? Stick Warriors, 70. Motion.
They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. The second shot couldn't connect.
Intended for Christian Watson.
Deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one
Coverage by
coverage.
Byron
Extra
Murphy.
defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here we go. Ready?
On 3rd down, he'll drop the throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back.
Complete to number 24.
It leaves him just short
10 yards in. But it's 4th down.
Coming up here on Thursday night prime time. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll drop to throw. That's to his running back complete. He's converged running quickly. I don't think he got the 1st down. He did
Turnover on down.
The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Now McCarthy. To the right side, complete to Jefferson.
To Justin Jefferson.
Of 6.
It's a pick up of 6. Brings up second and 4. At the Saints' 44-yard line.
Run against it because you're running away from people.
To the air with McCarthy. But not before he's inside
of
the
15 yards.
And a 15 and a Vikings first down.
And that's a much
gain of 15.
right there. Look, they're down by
First down,
8.
Minnesota.
So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Stopped at the 24-yard line.
That's exactly what you want. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 5. McCarthy operating from the gun. Open man, that's Felton.
McCarthy's down. It's a gain of 3.
So the completion good for just
3rd and 2.
And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. McCarthy. And a Felton, the open man, that's complete. The 6-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards.
Sets up the first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
And they'll run the inside handoff. And they'll get this one right to the 5-yard line. It's a second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
And that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support. Touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already. He'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he probably throw it. Touchdown, Vikings! Felton. 2-yard touchdown, Vikings. And the Vikings have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jonas Sanker. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he takes it. It's a
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. This to the back of the landing zone. Return it from the 1.
The Saints take over first.
This has been a tight game. He takes a big shot there on the return. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side. And they'll take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
Intended for Rashid Shaheed.
Teams get a big lead. They go into coast mode.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
For a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here. Otherwise, they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the Giants.
To number 2,
It's 3rd and 5.
is a gain of 5.
You see another pitch and
Brings up 3rd and
may become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because they're doing
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
That's good for a Saints first down.
Buffalo 18.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
Back to throw again.
Brings up second and 17 at the 31-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Dragon 60. Go.
They'll drop the throw. And he takes a shot on the second down. This will be incomplete.
Intended for Christian.
That's a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down. They're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances of trying to win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And backs it away, and it falls down.
Intended for Trey Palmer.
It doesn't mean you have to play
Incomplete.
it safe. I like the
Matthew
aggressive play call
Hayball
there to
in
push it
formation
downfield.
for New Orleans.
That time, it didn't work out.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the first down. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10.
Okay, ready?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. First and 10 here. Just a couple of yards shy of the end zone.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Messing with burst right there.
They'll try to run for it on first and goal.
The running back will get involved in
Routing in number 2. Number 2
to second and
as they
goal.
head to the sideline and talk
2-yard
over
line.
what to do next. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get it. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there.
Will
His
Riker is
6th
lining
rushing
up for
touchdown
the
on
extra
the year.
point.
And the Vikings have taken a fourth quarter lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point right down
Makes the score 33. Saints 30.
Field goal now can only tie it.
Will Riker the kickoff for the Vikings.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this
The
one.
Saints take
Back in
over
the end
first
zone
and
for a
10
touchback.
at their own 35-yard line.
Get your money up. Ready, ready.
This is first and 10.
18 Tiger.
Now they'll change things up.
Get it.
He's back to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure down to him as he released it.
Intended for
And it's
Rashid
second down.
Shaheed.
The way he's thrown the
Incomplete.
football today, almost a surprise when he
Leads to
doesn't
second and
complete
10
a pass
at
like
the
that, but he
35-yard
needs a few
line.
more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. That means the guys going up for passes, they'll run even harder because that spot is
It's a gain of 29.
situation. The clock wind down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard
One
line.
timeout remaining. First and 10. Too far in front. He couldn't move it in. It's incomplete.
Intended for Christian Watson. Incomplete.
It stops the clock.
Brings up second and 10.
And lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in push.
They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to run maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to give it a hand.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, Carter, I think you and I were going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Time to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So the Vikings going to get the first chance to possess the football as we are back underway here in overtime. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score the ball at this point, it doesn't win the game. There's a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get three and hopefully for them a touchdown.
Brings up second and 12.
Play only the one overtime here. The time runs out. It'll be a tie as they come up on second down. And they'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
At the 32-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To the sideline and put it in. He's able to get it up past the 35.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Vikings first down.
First down, they'll go to the ground attack.
The ball carried by number 24.
Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
At the 45-yard line.
After the loss, they'll come up second and 13. Throwing is McCarthy. Open man is down to tight end Hawkinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
And the Vikings,
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's
it's a gain of 17 yards.
Well, when you have to
First
have
down,
plays,
Vikings.
especially in a spot as you just established, OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust.
Intended
and
for
you know
Jordan
when to make the
Addison.
plays. What they say,
Incomplete.
it's not the X's and the O's.
Quincy
it's the
Riley
Jimmys
on
and
the
the
coverage.
Joes.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. The winner of this game now, that's an extra
It's
boost
a gain
moving
of
forward.
11.
And it actually is
That's
an extra
another
hurt for the team that loses
First
because
down.
normally you shake it
A gain
off.
of
But in
11
this
on the
situation,
play.
it lingers a little
And
bit.
the Vikings first
He is
down.
met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right
Number
there.
24, the ball carrier.
Now a second
Jonas
and 10.
Sinker on the stop. No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10. At the Saints' 26-yard line.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And that one going to come up short.
McCarthy's pass. Intended for T.J. Hawkinson. Incomplete.
For that incompletion.
It's
No need to panic. They just got to come
down.
up with a high percentage
And
play call
10
and see if they can get their
yards to
offense
go.
back on track.
From the gun on third down. McCarthy. Right side, it's the tight end, Hawkinson. Shaping up to be a very
It's a gain of
efficient
11.
opening drive here in overtime.
The
And can you feel the
Vikings
tension
first
building?
down.
Because I'm feeling it.
A gain of 11 on the
Sweaty
play.
palms here with each play
First
because
down,
of the enormity of
Vikings.
what's going on. Each play means so much in the control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside. And if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
To Justin Jefferson. A gain of 6 yards.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, McCarthy. This is about the 6. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Down.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here. That pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases, heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Meh.
Yeah,
M-E-H, man. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.